If I put that on my foot, and we're not going to do it in this weather because we're warm enough anyway, but if I put that on my foot, by about 4 a.m, I'm waking up wanting to take them off. My feet are getting so hot. But if someone has cold feet, by morning their feet are just getting warm. If someone has no feeling in their feet, sometimes it will take 2 nights before it will come. Now, if you put it on your feet every night, you're going to want to sit with your feet in ice water all day long because your feet will get too hot. So what I usually suggest, if someone has cold feet, do it about every 3 nights until their feet stay warm.
Even though your feet may not seem like a critical part of your body, they actually play a key role in your overall well-being. Healthy feet contribute to improved circulation and reduce discomfort, both of which are essential for general health. It's crucial to ensure that your feet never get cold, as proper circulation is vital for maintaining good health. Ideal circulation means your feet should always stay at body temperature. Exercise, especially interval training, is highly effective in treating poor circulation. However, hot and cold foot treatments should be avoided for individuals with reduced sensation in their extremities, as soaking cold feet in extremely hot water can cause tissue damage. With 26 bones in each foot, making up about 25% of the total bones in the human body, this intricate structure is more important than you might realize. Not only do your feet support your body weight, but they are also essential to maintaining overall health. And as a special thank you for joining me today, we're giving away 100 free copies of my best-selling book to subscribers. So if you haven't already, make sure to hit that subscribe button and leave a comment about why you want to win my best-selling book.
And if someone has no feeling in their feet, even then I would probably only do it every 2 nights. And of course, you wait for your result. You would stop if the person has full feeling in their feet and their feet feel like they're on fire the whole time, then you would stop. So you watch the body's response, but it's very, very safe. That's very, very safe compress.
Proper foot care and alignment play a significant role in overall health, particularly through the practice of reflexology. Reflexology is based on the principle that stimulating the nerve terminals in the feet sends signals to various parts of the body via the nervous system. This stimulation triggers a parasympathetic response, reducing tension and promoting relaxation, key elements for maintaining good health. Studies show that reflexology can aid with pain management, improve sleep, and enhance mental well-being by releasing endorphins, the body's natural painkillers. It is often used as a complementary therapy, enhancing traditional medical treatments while promoting detoxification through lymphatic drainage. Additionally, traditional remedies like applying chopped onions to the feet have been used to treat ailments such as chronic coughs, highlighting the foot's powerful connection to overall health.
But the raw onion is used often mostly for respiratory. Now, you might be surprised at where I'm going to put this, or where I'm going to suggest putting this onion that I'm chopping up, and that is on the bottom of the feet for a head cold or a chest cold. You see, the biggest pores in the whole of your body are on the soles of your feet. So what you do is you get a plastic bag thus, and you put the onion in the plastic bag, and then the foot is put on the, let's say this is the foot, you put it on the onion in the plastic bag, and then twist this bag around and around and secure it, and then put a sock on. And the sock will hold it nice and firm. You want the onion on the bottom of the feet, because the biggest pores in your body are on the bottom of your feet, and the body will take the onion where it needs to go. And often it'll take it if you need it in the chest or to clear the head. I was with my daughter and her little 3-year-old. We'd put him to bed. He had a cold and he coughed and he coughed. And you think any moment he'll fall asleep. But half an hour later, he was still coughing. And I said to my daughter, Emma, just get him up and we'll do the onion. We put the onion on the bottom of his feet, put the sock on, put him back to bed, not one more cough. It's almost unbelievable what it does. And a friend of mine, she was camping in the bush, near the beach, and the lady in the tent next door coughed all night. She said it kept waking them. So the next day in the afternoon, she befriended the lady and she said, I noticed you have a cough. And the lady said, oh, I'm so sorry if I've kept you awake. And my friend said, I've got a little tip that may help you. Now, when you're camping, you've nearly always got an onion and you've just about always got plastic bags. And so she did it to the lady who was willing to do anything. No coughing all night long.
Onions are rich in sulfur compounds and antioxidants like quercetin, which have powerful anti-inflammatory and medicinal properties. This makes onions an effective remedy for respiratory issues. To ease severe nighttime coughs, finely chop onions and place them in a plastic or fabric bag, then tie it to the bottom of the foot with a sock, allowing the onions to be in contact with the skin overnight. The feet absorb the beneficial compounds such as quercetin, which reduces respiratory inflammation, and allicin, which has antibacterial properties that target infections. Onion therapy also improves circulation, enhancing its effectiveness in treating coughs.
It's such a simple treatment and yet quite effective. The bottom of the feet do not get tender, it doesn't irritate. Obviously, once you take it off in the morning, you would throw it away. But that's a very simple treatment that can be done for someone with respiratory or a cough.
Applying onions to the feet in reflexology stimulates a point that increases blood flow, speeding up the healing process. This enhanced circulation aids in fighting infections and reducing inflammation, promoting better respiratory health. Additionally, cayenne peppers are highly beneficial for improving circulation. Using foot compresses with cayenne pepper is a recommended home remedy, particularly for individuals with persistently cold feet, as it boosts blood flow and warms the extremities effectively.
You can also use cayenne pepper to wake up areas of the body that may be sleeping. Now, we have had a few people come to our program who've got peripheral neuropathy. That means they've lost the feeling in their feet. And this is one of the side effects of chemotherapy. So we've had a few people come who have lost the feeling in their feet. And it can also be used when people get commonly cold feet. You must never allow your feet to get cold, because perfect health requires perfect circulation, and perfect circulation means that your feet are the same as the rest of your body, the same temperature. I used to get cold feet a lot till I started exercising. You see, exercise is the best cure for poor circulation, especially that interval training. But we have had many people come with cold feet, and we've had a few people come with peripheral neuropathy. They've lost the feelings in their extremities. Now, if someone's lost the feelings in their extremities, you can never do hot and cold foot treatments on them. You put cold feet into really hot water, you can damage the tissues. So you have to be very cautious with that. But you can put a cayenne pepper compress on the bottom of the feet.
Cayenne pepper's primary compound, capsaicin, gives it its signature spiciness and numerous health benefits. Capsaicin widens blood vessels, promoting better circulation and reducing discomfort from poor blood flow. Interestingly, cayenne pepper can also stop bleeding by sealing bleeding vessels while thinning the blood. To make a cayenne pepper foot compress, mix 1 teaspoon of cayenne pepper powder with 2 cups of hot water and let it sit for a few minutes. Once the mixture is ready, soak a towel or gauze in it and apply it to the foot. This compress warms cold extremities and improves local circulation, offering relief for conditions like peripheral artery disease or Raynaud's phenomenon.
Now, what I usually do, now you see what I've done here, I've got a piece of Glad wrap and I've got kitchen paper that's been folded over. I'm going to put a light sprinkle of oil on that, and then I'm going to sprinkle about half a teaspoon of cayenne pepper on that. And what the person does, they put their foot straight on the cayenne pepper, wrap the Glad wrap round, put it in a sock, and keep it on all night. And by morning, their feet are warm and their feet stay warm. I had one man who'd lost all feeling in his feet, and on the second night, he got pins and needles in his feet. What's pins and needles? That's the first sign that life's coming back in the feet. You see, it's very, very gentle. So usually I put olive oil, and I haven't got olive oil, so I'm just going to do a little bit of castor oil here. So just a little smear of olive oil or castor oil, just enough to so that the cayenne pepper will stick. And now I just spread that over so it's spread out. And I have put a little bit too much on there, but that will be just enough for the other foot. So I'm just going to put another one on so that to mop it up, because it's, oh yes, so I've easily got enough for 2 feet here. And most of us have got 2 feet, yes. And now I'm going to sprinkle the cayenne pepper on. So the oil is just so that the cayenne pepper sticks to it. Because if you didn't put the oil on, of course, the cayenne pepper would just all fall off. Now this is about how much I put on. So you see that? And then the foot goes on that. It will not burn the foot. If I put that on my foot, and we're not going to do it in this weather, because we're warm enough anyway. But if I put that on my foot, by about 4 in the morning, I'm waking up wanting to take them off. My feet are getting so hot. But if someone has cold feet, by morning their feet are just getting warm.
Improves circulation from cayenne pepper foot. Compresses, supports nerve function and overall foot health, making it particularly beneficial for people with diabetes or circulatory issues. However, those with sensitive skin should do a patch test first to check for irritation. The antioxidants in cayenne pepper help combat oxidative stress, enhancing blood vessel function and reducing inflammation. This treatment aids in temperature regulation for the feet, especially in cold weather.
Very, very safe compress. And it can bring feeling into feet that nothing else will do. Remember what cayenne pepper does? What I like to do is I like to understand what the actives are in the herb, and then you know to apply it. And its number one most important active is it moves blood. So it's going to pull blood to the area when you've got that on the bottom of the feet. So when you take it off in the morning, you just wipe it with a wet washer, dry it, and put your shoes and socks on. Now, very important to keep your feet warm. We're coming into winter. Don't let your feet get cold, because cold feet drives cool blood back to the extremities, which can be very bad for the health of your internal organs.
An effective and unusual technique involves absorbing garlic through the feet, especially for infants. This method requires applying thinly sliced garlic to the baby's feet, as slicing is gentler compared to chopping or crushing. Crushing releases excess liquid, which may cause irritation or blistering on the baby's sensitive skin. By using thin slices, the beneficial compounds in garlic can be absorbed safely without harming the delicate skin. This natural remedy offers a gentle approach to harnessing garlic's healing properties while ensuring the baby's comfort and protection from potential skin irritation.
A lot of people say to me, I eat garlic all the time, and that's great. I think we all eat garlic all the time. But if you want to use it as an antibiotic, 4 raw cloves a day. Not everyone can take that, and if you can't take it, maybe you look at an alternative like your olive leaf extract, which is another excellent antibiotic. So what would you do for a baby? For a baby, you could slice up the onion very finely and put it in a little cloth and bind it to the bottom of their feet. And I have done this quite a lot to my little ones. which are not little ones any longer, when they were little, and my daughters do it to their children. So you get a little cloth like this and a couple of slices of very finely sliced garlic. And let's just pretend that my hand is the little foot, and you would bind it to the bottom of the foot. And then you put the bootie on. Or if it's a toddler, then you put the shoe and sock on. It takes 1 minute for 1 drop of blood to go around the whole body. And in about 2 minutes, you can smell it on their breath. I used to put it on my son James when he was a little bloke. He used to get a bit of bronchial things. And at the end of the day, I'd take his shoes and socks off, and those bits of garlic were yellow and dried out like little bits of dried out leather. There was not a drop left in them. The slicing is the best because the juices release little by little. If you were to put slices of garlic straight onto the feet, it would blister the feet. And that's why the cloth, even though the juice comes through the cloth, it acts as a little bit of a protection. But I've met a few mothers that have blistered their babies' feet.
Properly preparing and applying garlic to the feet is a unique method to promote absorption of its beneficial compounds, particularly through the soles, which have the largest pores in the body. This allows for rapid absorption of substances like allicin, a sulfur compound known for its antibacterial, antiviral, and antifungal properties. Slicing garlic releases allicin, making it available for absorption through the skin. The foot's thin skin and extensive capillary network facilitate the entry of these compounds into the bloodstream. To avoid skin irritation, a cloth or bandage is placed between the garlic and the skin. Anecdotal evidence suggests that systemic absorption of garlic can even result in the smell of garlic on the breath, indicating its effectiveness. Garlic therapy highlights the potential of non-invasive herbal remedies to promote systemic absorption through the skin. Additionally, for cold feet caused by reduced circulation, often linked to conditions like diabetes or peripheral artery disease, Cayenne pepper compresses can be helpful in improving blood flow. Complementing foot therapies with regular physical activity, proper footwear, and a diet rich in antioxidants and healthy fats can further improve circulation and overall foot health.
Something else I'm going to do early in our lecture is castor oil compress so that you can see how it soaks in. It can take nearly half an hour to soak in. Now, castor oil penetrates deeper than any other oil, and wherever castor oil penetrates, it breaks up lumps, bumps, congestion, adhesion. It will break up a bone spur. If the bone spur has been there 3 years, it may take 3 months to break it up. If it's been there 3 months, it may take 3 weeks. If it's been there 3 weeks, it might only take 3 days. So it all depends how long it's been there. But the key is consistency. Now, this is really not a poultice, it's a compress. And as a compress, it's not drawing anything out of you. It's a vehicle. This little pad is a vehicle to hold the oil. So what you do is you put a circle on in the middle. If it's winter and a person's got a congested chest, obviously you'd make a little bit bigger for that. You may then put a hot water bottle on, and that would help to warm up your poultice. Mostly the body will warm it up, but if the person's got a cold and they'd like it to be warmed quickly, you can do that. It can be used on the abdomen for constipation. It'll penetrate deep and break up congestion in there. I met a lady who was the wife of a doctor. She said, 20 years ago, I had irritable bowel syndrome. And when my husband told me what he was offering medically, I said, no thanks. And she'd heard about castor oil, so she applied castor oil compresses. And she said she healed herself. Little few dietary changes as well, as you heard last night. So castor oil can be used just about anywhere. It can help to break up gallstones in the gallbladder. It can help to revive the liver. So your liver, your gallbladder is under your right rib. So you would do it to that area. It applied to the kidneys, it can help break up kidney stones. And so there's a whole lot of areas that you can use castor oil. I don't advise you take it by mouth. It can be a little irritating there. But topically, used externally, it can have quite a powerful effect. Now you see the castor oil has soaked in quite nicely. When I first put it on, it was like a lump of oil. Now, do you remember what I said, that it'll spread out a little bit? Now, when you put that on the body, it'll spread out a little bit more. And remember, it's just a vehicle to hold the oil to go into you.
Castor oil is highly effective in penetrating the skin, making it an excellent treatment for conditions like arthritis by reducing inflammation and easing joint discomfort. Applying a thick gauze or cloth soaked in castor oil to the foot as a compress allows the oil to be gradually released, helping with issues like adhesions, lumps, and bumps. Ginger is another useful remedy for foot health. Grating fresh ginger and mixing it with hot water creates a paste that warms the feet and increases blood flow, particularly helpful for individuals with poor circulation or cold feet. Ginger's anti-inflammatory properties also relieve muscle discomfort and stiffness. Regular foot care, including reflexology and treatments to enhance circulation, can address various health issues like hormone imbalances and digestive disorders. By treating your feet right and focusing on their importance to overall health, you can improve your body's natural healing abilities and quality of life. Don't forget to subscribe and follow for more wellness content.